What's happening, people? And once again, welcome back to youtube.com/CubCanTV for this, another edition of CUBREACTS, as we once again jump onto the international stage and explore some brand new bangers. Today, we are checking out a new one that comes to us from Medikal. It's the first time we've reacted to Medikal in a hot minute, but I remember he absolutely killed the last thing we did react to. This one goes by the name of Scarface. From what I can remember of Medikal is he's very much on the money when it comes to lyrics themselves and the flows he tends to use. Again, focusing in and around the modernized take on the drill sound. So I'm excited to get into this one. A fair few of you have recommended that we check it out as well. So here we go. As always, friends, if you are new to the channel, do make sure you are getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right-hand side of the page. Of course, turning notifications on, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff. And without further ado, we're going to jump right into this one this morning. Let's go.
You want to play what? Okay. Say hello to my little friend.
I've been told to watch out for the actual lyrics themselves on this one, so that's what they're trying to do. They're trying.
If you know me, I don't like this.
Freeze, ice, Jesus Christ, sneakers, nice, checks, Nike, IG, likes, swag, vibes, saucy, yikes.
So from the jump, I'm loving this much more stuttered approach, flow-wise. I like the fact that he's allowing the instrumental room to breathe. He's allowing the tune to kind of take a hold before he starts going crazy. I think the actual instrumental itself is great. Loving the potency of those 808s, the typical sort of sound that we do here in drill is those sort of rolling 808s down below. The sort of skippy hi-hat patterns as well. But that kind of woodwind flute line running throughout the middle of the tune as well gives it a sense of eeriness. And that kind of adds to the overall intensity as well. But again, Medikal's vocal just sounds perfect on this type of tune, man. The way he just sits in the middle of the frequency spectrum and it just works. Fantastic stuff. Let's go.
Love for your eyes. Them boy, them dead. Boom, bye, bye, man, shut up. How you want push car on my face way into the ground like Tony Montana? Too much fuse antenna. We the chop breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We a blow man, now me a last killer. You know they see me too, I be John Cena. Enough for the chit chat. Beat that pussy like a kick cat. Shit, I be kick cat. Chairman, end of the day, I make dick cat. Sensation one out on in top crap. Mini talents crying and ya to pack. So bitty, I podcast, I
I'm loving the energy of this performance, man. Like you can hear the effort's been put in from Medikal. You can hear the potency in the recording. This isn't a one-take scenario. He's taken multiple takes. He's gone in and waited till he's got the exact one that works for the instrumental. I think his potency sounds great. Again, I love the instrumental on this, the just general rush of everything that's going on. That lead woodwind line is literally catching me so much. I love kind of quirky, unusual instrumentation being the lead instrument in a track like this, which is very electronic and very digitalized in the drum work and the bass. So you have a lead melody on an instrument that isn't digitalized. It gives you this really nice kind of almost contrast between the different sections of the instrumental. And then you layer Medikal's voice on top of it and it just works. What a start.
Main chair let me freeze it. Main type let me read it. I know they hit too me sneezy. Boy too fast me need it. I catch your car when jilly. Organic chat me feel it. Flat on the bed on social media. Still me tweet it. What be the chorus?
Also, choreography on this is really cool. I'm loving the jumpsuits in the background, kind of doing the dance routines, the stutters and the pauses. Again, they add to something like this. This is a tune, structurally, that's all about finding pockets. And it's something we know Medikal is very good at, utilizing those pockets, utilizing the space between where you would normally expect a vocalist to sit. And that's what he's very, very good at. And you can hear that on this so far. Again, utilizing literally just sound effects as the hook. I think that's a really cool thing to do, rather than always focusing on lyrics as well. He's utilizing sound effects, utilizing different things sonically, so your brain connects in a different way. This sounds great.
Freeze, ice, Jesus Christ, sneakers, nice, checks, Nike, IG, likes, swag, vibes, saucy, yikes. I'm too drunk up for your eyes. My brother, they hustling, brother. I know go fi border. My nigga. I know that wahala they come, so I'm counting my dollar. You say we be family. We go there together.
Love this little pattern here. Again, the vocal switches are what makes this special. I really like Medikal's approach to this. He's utilized maybe 4 or 5 different flow patterns, and we're only 1 minute 43 in. I think to utilize that many different rhythmic approaches, still have a kind of hook section in there and a pre-chorus as well. That's getting the most out of a tune. And I think this is a great example. I also love the way the video has been shot, because this isn't a super high budget video. It's literally just a video. They're in a parking lot, and they're in a kind of gas station. That's what it looks like, and it's been made to look really, really clean. I find videos like this so much more interesting than super high budget ones, because it means you're making the most out of what you've got to work with. And from a creative perspective, I always appreciate that a little bit more.
The mother, my mother, your mother. If you pass there, we go pass here. I'm with the album, that dear. Free bear me, my dear. Baby, please, I can't hear. Me serious, I brand here. Shiny serious, then here. I say, me say, what I'm in court. Spend money like normally. I the room pass it actually, so I can actually set that tally.
I'm liking the usage of call and respond we're getting from Medikal as well. Like, we're hearing his vocal and then we're hearing a background vocal. We're hearing his vocal, then back to a background vocal. That combination of vocal effects, again, is such an important thing if you're trying to maintain listener kind of, well, maintain the listener's interest. Because when you're creating a tune like this, which is, again, there's a lot of elements about this which are quite cookie cutter, and that's just the sound. Drill has quite a cookie cutter approach to it. You're always going to hear a similar sort of approach to the bass line. You're going to hear a similar approach drum wise. So that flute line, in combination with his different vocal switch ups, are what keep your interest as a listener. I think this is really cool. From Medikal. Again, I like the use on the actual instrumental itself. There's a really cool kind of usage up and down of that that sort of bass instrument, which does come in towards the end of each, I think it's 8-bar phrase, this sort of this descending melody. It's a cool thing to add in.
TV no get dish, me a chef, be my bitch. One day I see a hop in my aquarium, oh yeah, fish, freeze, ice, Jesus Christ, sneakers, nice, checks, Nike, IG. Likes, swag, vibes, saucy.
When you hear that bass line in collaboration with the woodwind as well, it works.
What be the chorus?
Even little Dragon Ball Z effects like this just being thrown onto the video just give it that extra sense of creativity, you know. I love videos like this where you're literally just using like a wall and some outfits, and that's what you're turning into the story. I think that from a creative perspective is much more impressive, especially when you can make it like when you can make it jump like this one is. Even if with those little effects, the little cut, the sort of like lens flare going on, the little like camera blurs and things that are going on all in post. I think that's how you create an interesting music video. That's me personally though. I've really enjoyed this one. I've got to say, I love this hook. I love the fact that it is literally it's essentially sound effects rather than actual lyricism, which I think is really cool. But yeah, we'll let it run through to the end and then give it our final breakdown. Let's go. Just shots like this. It's great. This reminds me of old school grime videos. There we go. I genuinely don't know what that says. ITNIIU, I think. Or is that an L? I don't know. Genuine apologies. I genuinely don't know what that says. Is it Lita? Does it say down here? Sorry. Directed by KTO. Ah, right. Okay, my bad. Yeah, directed by KTO. Cool. Very cool video. I like this as a video. I wanted to make sure I got the director right purely because I like the video on this. I think it does add a lot to what the video represents. But yes, Scarface, Medikal. Very much enjoyed his vocal approach. Not the most complex lyric-wise, as far as I'm aware, unless I'm missing a few things. But overall, it did sound solid. Good usage of sound effects on the chorus. I like the instrumental. Again, drill does tend to have some quite stereotypical elements in there. That's just what makes the sound like drill. The 808s and the rhythms tending to be the lead ones. But again, love the woodwind. Love the utilization of the descending bass melody next to the woodwind. I think those two things work really nicely. And I think Medikal does a lot vocally. He's the one that brings this to life, utilizing different patterns and sort of rhythms. All works really cleanly. So there we go. Very much enjoyed this one. Let me know your thoughts on it in the comments section down below. We do read every single comment that comes onto the page. And as always, if you are new to the channel, make sure you're getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right-hand side of the page. Turning notifications on, of course, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff. And we shall see you all next time. Peace.
Sounding so good right now. But they're sounding a bright and town.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right now, CUBREACTS TV. Stay locked.